Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Frankenmuth Mega Farm Project, episode 134. We're just gonna keep pushing. We've got some barley, canola, corn, and wheat to get through, although the corn is just probably gonna be sold. And we don't have any pigs or any other spinneries at this point. So I believe when I left us last time, it was time to move on to November. So we're just going to do that now. And while we're moving on, we've got a couple more rows of oak to get through. And those grains that I was talking about. I haven't checked in on the dairies, but they take so long. We're going to run out of all the other ingredients that we need for the second level productions. Like, I'm pretty sure we're going to run out of flour before we run out of dairy. It's actually kind of crazy. Just how slow the dairies are. We go look. Dairy. Like still 42K, 45K, 72K. Yeah, we've still got a lot of milk to bottle and otherwise turn into things. So we can go have a look at the potato factory 2 and various other potato processing plant. I guess it's a potato chip factory. So 41K potatoes, and we're still on target for not needing any more oil to be pumped into there. So that's cool. It was yeah, olive oil. Olives are pretty much the same as grapes when it comes down to it. So I don't know if we need any. I guess that's a matter of whether you're going into cereal or not. Like, that's the difference. We did run the high lift out of gas last episode. It was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, we're just gotta get the barley up there and get the wheat in, dump some canolas, and I think we're probably fine after that. So check on the cereal factory. Yeah, still got a lot of rice and even oat to get through. But I think I'm going to turn the raisins off distribution, because I don't think I want to see if hopefully they don't continue distributing when you deactivate them, because I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna run out of the raisins. I think we're gonna run out of oats before we run out of raisins. And unless I literally resurrect a whole bunch of sold equipment and grow some more oats, we're not going to have any more oats. And I don't plan on doing that, by the way. We're just getting done. It'd be nice to be able to get the raisins out of the thing. Hello. Okay. We still do have canola down there. I think we have about 40K. I'm wondering if I go get that 40K canola and I go dump about 20K of it into the other bin and I keep the rest in here, then we'll have proper split. I'll get it and I'll dump half of it, because if we anyway, I'll check it when we get there. So we're gonna fill them both up and then dump it? I don't know. It's weird that it was gonna let me dump barley in, but basically just gonna have to toss half of this into that mother bin. So about 21,000 liters, give or take. It's also still crazy that ended up being exactly the proper number of bales for that. I really like this truck. This is a really cool truck. I think we're gonna start next series with one of these. Again, the next series is going to be a Nexat based series, where on probably New Frontiers, where we can control how our fields are made and make them all super Nexat compatible. Okay, so when we're down to about 21 something, we will stop dumping. Give or take. Close enough. Alright, our canola is now all the way back in. I suspect we can get rid of that biogas plant now too. As long as this will happily dump into it, I don't care. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's go out and visit this stuff out here. Let's specifically look at the biogas plant. Manage. It's out of everything. We're out of everything. We can sell it. Okay. Right, that's not bad on gas, and that's not bad on gas. So we just need to get these guys. Alright, we just need to get these guys down. You know, we can actually sell the gas tank as well. Get these guys down to where we're going to sell the straw. Not going to sell it for another couple of months, but that's basically their job, so that'll be that. Straw is a January thing. Corn is a January thing. That is, yeah. That will be the end of it. I suspect those dairies are actually slower than they would be because they're still providing to things that are like totally full. We look at how, yeah, like the milk is, bottled milk is over. We just sell that. I think we did end up with some things on the ground, but we'll go make another pass with the telehandler eventually to deal with that stuff. Well, let's look at the sawmills. Yeah, we could fill the sawmills again. Which is good, because that'll get us through even more. I am going to go through all of those pines. I'm just trying to let them actually finish growing up. And since we've got other things to process, we might as well. We can actually make the entire cycle of those. That would be really, really good. Anyway, we're going to jump into a time lapse now, as we're about to just drop these off. They're not going to sell the straw yet. That's 2 months out. But we're going to drop these off and roll over to, flip over to our sawmill zone and fill up there. Fill those guys up, which is a bit tetchy and long, and yeah, you don't need to watch that in real time. Okay, we are ready to go to December, as far as I know. And we're going to push through that dairy a little faster with the bottled milk being sold, which may affect one of the, well, it'll affect the level 3 processors. Let's go here and have a look. Okay, these guys are getting close. Yeah, we're gonna have a whole nother run. These guys are nowhere near, although we could actually technically get through it, but man, these are big trees, these catalpas. Dense as well. But every time, can't quite jump that. We're really down to basically just dumping things. I am going to go through all of that other wood though, because I've been growing it for years now, a long time, so we might as well actually profit from it. But that's basically, let's go make sure these chickens get fed, and then we have a need to get oh, we have a need to get go get the rocks, and the rocks can be filled, and then the what you call them. Yep, next month we can sell corn and straw, unless it's changed, which happens. Find the corn. Oh, looks like it's still January. Yep. Looks like June would have been a good month to sell, actually. Crazy enough. I don't know why, but okay. But we can just jump straight on into January. Because January is wood chips, corn, and straw. Let's go down and get the straw. That way we got another batch to go pick up. away for a minute. Ooh, 10 grand. We're rolling in it now, guys. Alright, we're going to go get the rest of the straw, and then we're going to go around and start getting wood chips. Okay, so this silo can go away, and we no longer have this whole thing. I know we never did anything with any of that, but that is like some serious crazy work. Like, that would be like 20 episodes of just straight up logging. Be like a whole month of me just logging to empty that out, and I'm just not willing to do that. And I doubt you would enjoy it either. So we're not going to go empty those things out. Now maybe if we had some crazy wood chipper, we might be able to just go in and chip that whole plot. But the wood chippers I'm familiar with anyway they don't chip the wood standing. Yeah, you still have to go through and cut everything down and load it into the chipper and have a receptacle, so there's no point. We're gonna go sell this straw. I don't know where I don't know where I thought I was going with that. We're gonna go sell this straw, and then we're gonna go do our wood chips. Okay, well, we sold the wood chips for a decent amount, probably about 500K all told, a little more maybe. Now we're going to sell the corn. I guess we could have gotten a better price an hour ago, but whatever. The gear elevator, we're just going to head on over there and get this sale done. Well, that's not a bad bit of profit, 214K. I mean, that's not all profit, obviously, but yeah, we're doing good. We're gonna go up and get the last bit of corn, and then it's just about pushing through the wheat. I was just thinking about the eggs. I think we're low on chicken feed, so there's not really a whole lot of reason to. I mean, the eggs keep us producing things. I guess the plan was to run eggs until we were out of sugar. So I need to make sure that I keep enough back that we can continue to feed the chickens until we are out of sugar. But beyond that, yeah, there's no point in having the eggs at that point. So I do have a bit of barley left, I think. I know we're gonna empty the corn out, and then there's gonna be some barley left. We stop pushing barley into the flour mill, then we can give it to the chickens until we don't need that anymore. So we look at the things that need sugar. None of these guys need sugar. Oh, we're out of parsnip too, so deactivate that. Now it's just kimchi and noodle soup. The noodle soup takes eggs. Oh ho, we're out of potatoes. Means we can just sell the potato plant. Yeah. Yep, goodbye potato plant. That's another bit gone. But I was looking for sugar. I get distracted so easily here. All right. The dessert factory is out of chocolate. Deactivate. 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 What else do we have? Strawberry jam and strawberry sorbet. Neither of which require eggs or butter. It's just strawberries, water, and sugar. And strawberries and sugar. Okay, well, that'll keep pushing through the sugar. Maybe it won't push eggs in now that we're not active on that. Hopefully, I bet it will though. I bet it does continue to push sugar through, which means we're going to lose out on some sugar. Although actually we're already full on sugar, it's not going to push any more, so except what we're using for those things. Cereal factory doesn't need any sugar, right? All right, and the bakery's still on sugar. Right, what was the other one? Why are we not? Okay, the chocolate, we're out of goat milk, so we deactivate that. It's milk, sugar, and milk. We got milk. Okay, well, we deactivate that. We deactivate that. What's that leave us with chocolate? Like, huh. Never did look at the sugar factory itself. Man, we still got a lot of sugar to get through. Oh, and I just turned the wrong direction. Alright, we'll get the rest of this corn going, and then we can move on to February. These dairies are going to take a long time to get through. And the sugar factory, because it's limited by how much it can push through, because everything's full of sugar, because it doesn't use that much sugar. So we're gonna end at some point. We're just gonna end up like waiting on the dairies. Although that dessert factory was dependent on chocolate, right? Which we have. So we'll actually reactivate the chocolate stuff, just because it actually is getting some chocolate. Except I wanted it to sell, because we are still making chocolate. It's just we're not making enough. Right, so we're gonna sell this, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about doing another cycle into February, maybe. Okay, so we are actually at a point where the only thing we have in the silo is some barley, which is pretty cool. Everything else is trailered out. I don't know if I did January or not. Did I empty in January? I just can't remember. Doesn't really matter. None of these things need a whole lot. Yeah, we did. We covered January. Which means we're just going to go fill this guy up and make sure that our eggs are dealt. with. And the final things in the preserved food factory, the kimchi is, with the setup I've got, is a forever thing. I just sit here and run through the months and run kimchi forever, with no maintenance. So we'll just end that when everything else is done. What we are going to do is get more barley. We probably ought to go fill that cement factory up again. On to February. We'll have a look. We're out of oak to put in the things, so we don't need to do anything around. I don't need to do anything around filling the sawmills until we get the whatchamacallums, those one things, the pines, till the pines are done. We should have just about like 40K, 64K. Okay, so that's 40K. Not the other way around. 46K. Okay. Yeah, that makes some sense. Oh, because we already had some in there. I was trying to do the math and was not coming up. Not coming up with the right numbers. But yeah, that pine is going to go in there too. It's going to be pretty easy. We'll be able to grab multiple chunks all at once. I'll just cut them all down. We'll shove them into rows like we did the lodge pole a few episodes ago. That's just still been that back. And yeah, bakeries, oil mills. All right, let's go over here and go have a look at these guys. 5 out of 6, just another 300 hours approximately for all of those. We'll just lay them all down long ways and push them all into a pile or a couple of piles or something, and then maybe even a few piles. But the end result being that we'll be able to grab probably 3 or 4 of them at a time and pop them over here. Won't be too big of a deal. But those 3 guys are done. Let's make sure them chickens get their due. Alright, that's that. That's like really that. There's nothing else maintenance-wise or sales-wise to do. We can just straight up go right on into March. We've got April is our next big momentous day where we sell the rest of the clothes and the tailor shops. So we're going to go through to that. And we can just go straight to April. We don't even need to do anything in May, because everybody's got stuff. So we're just going to do that. There's no point in waiting around. No point in topping these things off a couple thousand liters at a time when it doesn't matter that we've got room. Not going to make any difference. Okay. So the first thing we'll do is go to the wrong spot. Okay, first thing we'll do is just look at time now. 585, yeah, we've got months to go on these. But we'll go over here to our tailor shops. Do that again. All right. We're at 54. We push through to 9 a.m. Five. And so our tailor shop should be out of everything, right? So let's sell the tailor shops. And what is the heck is that? That's a Cooper. All right. Well, the Coopers are still fine. Sugar mill, still working through that sugar. Sawmills are out of wood, but that doesn't matter. They're still feeding the Coopers. Flour, eggs for the noodle soup. Till we're out of flour. We're out of sunflowers on the oil mills. Cool. So now we can hop down to, or up, and dump our canola. guys out of canola. Might as well go back up and get some more barley. We're going to end up with about 20K left over. No, we're just going to sell the raisins that are left. Because if we go look at the cereal factory, these full of raisins, but we're running low on some other stuff. So we are going to sell the raisins. Yeah, we're going to sell those raisins. Might as well just push forward again. Push forward to 10 o'clock. $55, $4.57. Wait a whole minute for it to change over real time. Oh, a couple $100 grand out of that. That means, yep, no more raisins. We can go sell the grape processing unit. Avoid driving into the ditch. Okay. So if we go back down to the silo, 20,000 barley left. And that is literally it. So that's empty. Yep. That sold all of it, huh? No, it didn't sell all of it. I guess we sell those via this menu. Yep. We do not need the workshop. The workshop goes away. Gas goes away. The lights can go away. It's getting pretty sparse here now. Like, oh, what if I need that thing again? I'm not gonna need that thing again. We do want that though. Alright. What is that? We don't need that one, but I'm just to avoid some stupid mistake, I'm going to keep it. Alright, well, a lot more things gone, and we are well on the way to being done. Possibly next episode, possibly the episode after. It depends on how much wood cutting and limping I can bear. But that said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time.